Welcome back to Captain of Industry. My name is Nilaus, and we are continuing on this walkthrough and let's play of this beautiful game. I absolutely love this game, and I thank you very much for your support. It is so amazing, so thank you for that, for keeping up. And yeah, so we have a lot of things as always. I want to do two things basically in all episodes. I want to do what we can only sort of describe as a bit of base maintenance, just moving on a bit with fixing things and moving things along, but also do a lot of sort of every episode have something dedicated that we want to build. So today it'll be the dedicated will be glass, and if at all possible we want to make at least one of the new trucks, the big trucks, because I like big trucks and I cannot lie. So that is what we're going to do. What I should start with is just a brief explanation of what I have done between sessions. I found out that all of this area over here is actually blocked off to the excavators, so I'm starting to make a little hill as well as cover out here. We're going to need a lot of coal, and that's one of our big problems. So some of the base maintenance is about minimizing coal and minimizing water consumption, because otherwise we just simply have to mine out too fast, also spend too many trucks on maintenance, all that good stuff. We can also see that our old base, look at how well timed it is. It has run out of oil, so we're going to take this out as well. And then we're going to build the glass build. So what I've done is I took the old build that was using the heavy oil, and then I replaced it with one of the new builds, the templated builds that we have here. Now that we have the new release, we can just do all of that and basically just stamp it down again. That is super amazing with all the pipes already included. So where we have water issues, and potentially that's also coal and water seems to be connected, because we need coal in order to do water here. So what I'd like to do is actually use this space for just a bit of temporary work. And you will not believe it, but I am actually going to build these things. Actually, I am not, because I keep forgetting that I need to keep farming my with my ship. So we'll farm a bit with the ship first, and then we'll be using the space, because why not? I mean, I have it here, so I really should be using it at this point, and that's not something I'm particularly good at. We have on this map, I have lots and lots of room, so we're going to be using the beautiful rain we have coming in for building some more rainwater. No, you can't do that. It has to be built in this way. So where am I going to get it? And I am simply going to get it right back in here. Let's actually get a decent one, just in case. Here, and... oh, that's actually fine. No, it needs to go up, because they need to be able to go through in case of whatever. Pick it up. Here. And... that did not go in. That looked awful. How did that not work? There, all good. And then we need to build this line. And then the important part, the reason why I'm actually doing this, is you must get an extra one. Why? Because this can only connect if there is a connector, and there will not be a connector over here otherwise. Ship in battle, and we have you, little one, going out. That was waste collection, and I will just build this here. Now we got something. We got a ship in battle, location found, and we got a few population. That's good. We don't want to get any more population aside from the stuff we just happen to pick up along the way. We do need a bit more. These do not need anything, so having stuff like this is super valuable. And speaking of super valuable, this will, if I remember, by the way, to set the priority in here. I don't, yeah, let's do this. No. This priority. So when it's raining, it'll empty, it'll send out here, and these two will be a priority. This will lower our usage of, well, power, and it doesn't take, basically still doesn't take power anymore. Okay, maybe it never did. But mainly coal will be less used, and that's good. I will also be taking this part, because now that that's such a success, we are going to build the same thing again. Come on, little copy paste. Wow, we are just getting in battle, aren't we? I'm going to do the same thing over here, because this is going to use a lot of power as well. How much can we do it? I think we can build it something like this. No, we need to get... This has to export brine, so I need to leave a bit of room to brine export here. And... Oh, okay. Maybe we start from up here and then get it in like that. And... Yeah, that's a lot. That's out. Okay, so let's build this as well. I like this. And now this is getting built. And while the rain is pouring down, we get free stuff. And again, I need to go at this location in here. Prioritize. That is prioritized output. No point in prioritizing the output. Right? No, that's the output here. That's kind of... Really? Yeah, priority input here. That's good. Pickup has no fuel. Maybe that's not really a problem, is it? That's because it's also kind of stuck. So we'll just recover it. It somehow got stuck in there. Right. Battle. Location explored. What do we get? More population. Sweet. Let's go back. Right. So that was... we've now reduced the amount of water here. Reduced the amount of water here. And also reduced the amount of coal that needs to come in here to feed this. Then over at this point, I have done something similar. Up here we have a water reservoir, and having a water reservoir and not using it is silly. So we will start using it. So I just put in 2 pumps, a little box, and get that flowing in here. And that's also just taking care of here. It's also prioritized inbound. So again, hopefully no coal needed for all of this. I can upgrade you anyway. And that's excellent. We have a bit of oil here. Why do we have oil and not producing anything? Because we don't have anywhere to put the heavy oil. Yeah, I might have moved that out a bit too early. Heavy oil, gas boiler, and what is going on? Light oil, yeah, heavy oil. I don't know what we're gonna do about it. I wanted to just make sure that we empty this part. So I guess I'm gonna have to accept that we have the heavy oil here, or just pour it in the ocean. Are we gonna pour the heavy oil in the ocean? Oh, you're gonna hate me for that, Andrew. I just want this one to go away. Actually, hold on. Didn't I? No, I didn't. What is a good idea to do here is actually, instead of making a direct inlet, do the same thing as I always do for the water, so that I could also just add more oil to this one as well if needed, which I cannot do at this point. I can't add more water. That's actually really interesting why one of them just refuses to be unloaded. Is that because I missed one of the pipes, or it's turned the wrong way? It does seem really weird that one of them is just not unloading. Yeah, this one's just not unloading. Yeah, this is why they need to go in a balancer, I think. In any case, I'm going to take that out. Let's, you know what? I just don't care about it. We're just going to take all of this out. Yeah, do it. And we now have a nice clean area over here. And what my intention is that I want, instead of moving the city this way, I'm going to move it more of this way, because this is a nice space that we don't really have any use for. So that will be for our city expansion as it is. In the meantime, we can see that things are very busy, and they're very busy because I actually, now with the new rubber, it didn't come in from over here. It now has to come in all the way from over here. So that's kind of a problem. That's something we'll have to, well, have to address. And therefore, I've marked up, made it bigger and set the higher priority, because if this runs out, then maintenance runs out, and you know, maintenance running out, not good. To the question that I know I've begun a few times is, why not get more trucks? Well, I don't, well, I am going to work with my way and getting new trucks now, the small ones here, instead of getting the big ones. I think I'd rather have the big ones. Another thing that I've been asked a million times, so let's address that right now. Why not bury pipes? I don't like it. I don't think it's a cool feature. I think it's it's hard to manage. It takes a tedious amount of time. It doesn't really serve a purpose. It makes it less evident what is going on in the base, and it's something that is abusing abusing game mechanics, so I would hope that it gets fixed at some point. Probably not, but I hope that it will. And so I'm not going to be doing those kind of things. I don't find it to be a particularly interesting thing. So you won't see any buried pipe here because, well, I don't find a need for it. What I have done, though, is I've made roads. They are not doing anything. They are just sort of highlighting where I want to maintain some road structure so I don't accidentally build on these if as I progress with the base expansion. Let's have a look at the next thing. The next thing is very much about... Oh, wow. You're not doing anything. Let's get you there. I want to get all of this settlement, or all of the technology done. Let's take a look at glass, because... Oh, please tell me I have glass, right? I did focus on making sure that I had glass, right? Please, glass. Advanced melting, yes, it's fine. Glass is somewhere. Greenhouse. Greenhouse must be after glass making. Perfect. Now, when we make glass, we have to consider that glass is also something that can be upgraded. And it uses a lot of materials. So let's have a look at the design of glass as sort of the big design for us in this episode. And let's first find it. So we're going to need a glass maker. I want to make it in this area here because it's kind of close to my hub. And it's kind of close to some salt that we're going to get from here. And some sand we're going to get from here. And some limestone we're going to get from here. Yep, it's a lot of things. Oh, and also acid that we are going to make here, or are making here. Should be making more of. We'll get to that. There, so let's have a look at this. This is pretty simple. 24 molten glass in, 24 glass out, and a bit of residual slag. Okay. And I will go, let's see. Let me think about where I want to go. Yes, I want to go build it this way. And this is 24, and I believe that with this build, I only need to make up to 48, because at some point it'll be upgraded. Need to make sure that you leave ample space on this side. Luckily, we can always just move things around before we actually build it. Because they will be placed by a Glassmaker 2, which is twice as long. And a bit more effective. So we're going to be designing it for 48, but leaving room to upgrade it easily to 96. And 96 glass will easily be enough, at least to the point where I've gotten. And we also have to make another design for future, is that we will be getting a lot of broken glass, because for some reason this city loves having their rocking chairs made out of glass, and they keep breaking. And that gives us a lot of broken glass, but also means that we have to have a surplus of glass later on. If you didn't think that made any sense, then this part here, household, you can see here you need 10 glass for 8 rocking chairs. I don't know why you want glass rocking chairs, but if you now that you do, that's why they break, and that's why we need to make sure that we can also encompass the handling of broken glass back into this one and prioritize it even. So how do we get the molten glass? Well, that is in one of the usual things. It is a blast furnace, which can also be upgraded later on. This will be... Let's try something like this. Yeah, so now we have on the inside here, we have all of the slag. And... Oh, wrong location. Need to get closer. There. Let's start with the... This will need to go in here, and then up, and then out. I love the fact that we can do all of this, and I don't have to worry about, oh, now when I have to move it, it's gonna be different. No, we can move it, including the pipes, which is so nice, because then I can do the whole design and then think, is this the right location? Like if you look at this, 1, 2, 3, and then the cross, and then I have one sort of breathing space. I like that. Go straight in, go straight in. These are just 24. And I will be using 2 recipes. I'll primarily use the broken glass, 36 broken glass into 24 molten with some coal. So yet another thing that requires coal. The other one is to get some glass mix, and then some more coal, and then we get glass. Molten glass, slag, and exhaust. Interesting thing that when I have broken glass, it doesn't give any slag, because it's clean. It's just broken. It just melted and reform it. There. So this is good. We're going to get this outbound, and let's look at inbound, because inbounds are a lot more complicated. So we'll need to get some coal inbound. That should be the easiest one, right? Coal is easy. So should we do that first, or should we not do that first? And yeah, let's do the coal first. We're going to get it in this box. And it's always make it 3 distance. And also 3 on this side. Is that 3? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No. And the coal is not going to be using very much, so no need to overdo it. And I'll copy so that they have the right recipes. You only have 1 recipe, so that's good. So that's the coal coming in. Now the next one I want to get in is broken glass, which I don't actually have now. Oh, I do. I do have it as marked, but I don't have it in my base. And then I will be making a splitter. Oh yeah, that's why. That's right. You can't do this one first because of those placements. Here. Okay. Not this. You go in and you go in, and then I get. Yeah, so coal goes in. Now I will need to get 2 things into this splitter. First of all, broken glass, which will be the priority, and then also the glass mix, because you can either get broken glass or glass mix, and I can put it on the same belt. It's weird that same belt is a thing, but it is. So that means we need to now get a mixer, because that's how we make this, and aim it for it. It is going to be, so there's 2 different types of glass mix. There's the good one and the bad one. And I don't even think I want to make the bad one. What if I don't have enough acid? Then get more acid. It's very simple. Let's get more acid. If we don't have enough acid, get more acid. Right, so that means at this point I'm gonna get acid in here, and maybe that's not necessary, and we could get it in on another way, but let's just get all of these things out here. And there. So glass mix and broken glass goes in. Broken glass gets focused going out here. That means this belt has to be a fast one. So it must guarantee that it, even if I have this, I can always get in here and feed both lines with glass, broken glass. Because you will get a lot of broken glass. Now what do we need? Sand, limestone, salt. Alright, let's get those in here. Sand, limestone, salt. I have sand right here. So that might be easy to get. Let's do this. Limestone should be closest to where the limestone is coming from, and sand should be, salt should be closest to where the salt is coming from. And these are not like high quantities. It's 12 per minute, so it's not that bad. And let's see, what about sand? Do I want to get sand in here, or do I want to get sand out from? Oh, this is weird. This doesn't even have a sand thingy. Huh. Let's get that here. And this will be sand. And these will be upgraded. I will take from here. And, oh, where are you going? Oh, you're building it into that one. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to do that. I think I'd rather want it in here. And potentially into that one as well. And I know I should be putting it on the other side, but I want this design to be nice and crisp, so you can use it as well. And you can look at the diagram, and instead of just assuming that, oh, what? Why is it coming in from the wrong side? Mine is not coming in. Your sand might not be as close, so I'm going to make it as generic as possible. There. I think this is it's a good idea if I do this. That's done, and all I need is... This is going to be slag outbound. Good, slag. Slag. Empty. And the only thing remaining is a box of happiness. In this case, glassy happiness. Inbound, and not enough maintenance. Again with not enough maintenance? You do not have... What do you not have? Oh, that's because now we have cut this out. Nice. Let's see. Let's see. If you want to do anything else. I'm gonna get it into here. I know, it shouldn't be there. I know, but I don't want to be bothering with that right now. We're doing design work. So this little crisp thing here is actually going to take care of all the things we need. And we might have to replace some of them with inbounds because this is not good. And I think it's because we have lacking water. Yes, there is going to be a water problem with this part. And let's see, this is empty, this is empty. We're not actually consuming enough diesel to get it out here. That's the way it is. This is the fertilizer is also running out. Because, well, yeah. How much am I straining the fertilizer? Okay, I'll strain all of it less. Good. This little one here, by the way, is taking make sure that we have 2 boxes of potatoes, 2 boxes of corn, and then any excess corn goes in here and becomes animal feed, and then I'm going to feed animal feed over as a primary input here, just basically getting rid of it because I was just accumulating too much junk. Not enough maintenance. I don't like that. I really don't like how we don't have enough maintenance. It doesn't make any sense to me. Steel. Okay. That makes sense to me. Because this needs to be upgraded. Okay. That's definitely a problem here. I have 3 of these. Well, you know what? We did have too many over here. So let's take one out. And get that back into here. I think this is the problem. Yeah. We are having massive issues with dumping of materials. So I don't think it's actually going to be more in here. It's going to be more on the overall network. We really need some bigger trucks. Really need bigger trucks. I know that we could just make more trucks. But if we're going to build this very soon, then let's do that instead. I am going to just fire this up and then everything will just get in here by itself. Like that can be dealt with. That can be dealt with. This, I mean, sure. This will be acid, which is probably going to be a problem. And salt is not happening because we don't have salt. Sand and limestone. Good. So if I fire this up, they will start working on it. Unfortunately, they are going to work on a lot of other things as well. But this will get started. Of course, it cannot be working just yet. Can I reach destination? What? Where do you want to go? Okay, then don't go there. I guess you got stuck out here. Yeah. Smoke screen has no fuel. That'll fix itself, I guess. But this is the big problem. Like the fact that I have so much dirt that is not being dropped off. And it's a big reason is that my coal power plant or my coal mine here is deep below the ground. So I actually need to take all of this area out, which is a monstrous amount of dirt that needs to be dumped. And I don't really have a good place to dump the dirt. What I'd like to do is take out this mountain range and then just basically expand out here to get a more nice building area for whatever. But that's not going to be happening. I'm also disabling this. I keep them up and running because I want you to sort of be able to see what kind of tech we're going. Right. I don't want to get more trucks. I know it's kind of silly, but I want to make sure that we actually just, get this here. Okay. We need to make some brine. And we already have brine, and we're just dumping the brine right now out here. So I need to make some brine, and that brine needs to be... Will that block here? No? It must block at some point. There we go. Oh, no. Oh, oops. Sorry. Didn't mean to. All right. I wasn't sure that it was working. So I think I'll take the brine the other way because it's making it easier for me to get that. So here, I'm going to go down and then get this one moved over here. And then I will start collecting some brine because we need it. in a fluid storage. It doesn't have to be a big fluid storage, but it just has to be a fluid storage. Whoa, that was interesting. Oh, that's funny how easy it is to cut this now. Yeah. And I'll just... Yeah, now the ship comes back. And then I rotate. Toggle direction, toggle direction, toggle direction, and... That doesn't matter. This goes out. Here. Here. Off you go. And... Priority. Right. All we need now is someone to consume some water so we can actually produce some brine. That's actually funny how that happened. Because now this might actually just... Okay, yeah, well, there's a bit of water here. But as long as it's prioritizing the water coming from here, then we're never going to produce brine. That's a bit of a problem. I'll make the brine connection here just as we can. Let's see where we want it. It's going to be super simple. Desalination is underwater, right? Not enough maintenance. Maintenance is still messed up, and that's not great. We can either do it with seawater, or we can do it with brine. And brine is obviously better, but if we don't have any, then it's obviously not better. I have a total of 4 brine. Yay! That's just what was in the pipes, I guess, when we did this. But they are not working because there's no water consumption. Why is there no water consumption? And that is because we're not really producing a lot here, but there's a bit of water consumption. And what I can do is I'll just pause it for a while. This is so silly that I do this. I'm going to need to take a look at the maintenance. Oh, I can't even go to the maintenance construction building thing. Yeah, it's a steel problem. And the steel problem is primarily a iron mining problem. And iron mining is a... What is that a problem of? I don't know. That's another thing that we can do. Is just get it a bit further down. Don't think it's really necessary right now. Actually, I don't think I want to do that. They are munching their way in here, and it's still almost exclusively iron. So let's keep that going. These are here, and I just don't like that I don't have enough. So I'm gonna need to take one more. That's too much. Yeah. And all of these will be focused on iron part. Yes, yes, yes. You. How about not digging dirt if you don't mind? Here, and I should get another one that's inbound. Eventually. Must be one of these that just didn't want to go. There it is. Whoa, nothing found for... Fine. You are going to be focused also on iron, and I want all of this going up here. And is there a problem? No, there shouldn't be a problem. I mean, we're getting almost exclusively iron here, so... Get it. Get it. This is not working so much. I can power these up. Get one more going. It's not really going to make a big difference because the problem is the iron coming in, as you can see here. Definitely not. It's so crazy how little iron I'm getting inbound. Like, okay. Okay, you're still having some... I feel that this is working, and if I get better trucks, it'll work better. All right, let's continue on the brine part here. Just look at this. Okay, we got a bit of brine. That's good. Now, the brine will have to go into different locations. And yes, I'm looping it on... Really don't need a lot. But we also need it for chlorine later on, so let's we have to make sure that there's just a bit of extra space. And that's going to be salt in a box, and I'll make that box out here available. Once we have that box, it's just a matter of waiting a bit until we have it coming into, it'll be brought out. And let's see. Okay. What? Collision with terrain. Oh no. Alright. Things are just not really going my way. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. I'll fix that. Sometimes you just need to let a bit more time pass and just make sure that things are still running fine. And as I mentioned before with coal, then as this starts dropping and we couldn't keep up, we're still sort of struggling here because we were getting sort of too much dirt and not enough coal brought in here. Then this started running out, and if that started running out, then even though I was upgrading my iron production, look at that, or iron mining, then I was suddenly running out of coal here, and then that didn't work. So I was sort of then iron ore, coal, they are essential in order for me to continue to make steel. And as you can see here, we're just having a tiny amount of steel stocked up because the steel is an essential part of the maintenance. Without the maintenance, everything is just a bad time. So right now we should be making, this is 24, this is 24. You know what I should be doing? I should actually be doing this one. And then I will be having 2 of those. That means I can use up to 48 up to 48 steel, right? This one will not be that, it'll be here. I mean, I can take the other one if I still have it, but I don't have it. Yeah, so 24 steel. I can consume 24 steel, but I'm producing up to 48 if I can really get it going here. So that's 12 plus 12, that's 48 steel. Some goes into the liquid nitrogen for the science, and the majority goes out here, and then I can now consume up to 24 of these steel to make 48 gears, and 48 gears should very much be getting us off the dire consequence of 0 maintenance. That's not good. We also want to get the recyclable one, but one thing at a time. There are so many things we need to do. Also, food is something we want to get better, but yeah. Right, we have not built a single piece of glass yet. Why not? Because we are getting here, and we are not getting the coal, because, well, this is the lowest priority coal. Ship is fully repaired, and I will be sending my ship out again. We did manage to find some... Oh, not enough fuel. Is that just... No, it's fine. It does... No, it doesn't have the fuel. What? Okay. Yeah, that's still the extremely busy. I really need to get this going. Okay, so we're working on the coal. The coal will need to sort of saturate the more important things, such as the steel production. Once that's done, we will be able to get more into our glass, or at least some into our glass. And once we have the first glass, we're going to be... So what I can do is, with the glass, I can start merging it back on the line. Just trying to figure out where I want it. It's used for a few things, so I do want to have glass up here. I'll make it at this location. And I will actually drag it all the way over here, even though it doesn't seem like it's necessary at this point. But eventually I'll make the glass rocking chairs, and I want to make those here because it's going to be steel and glass. That seems like a pretty reasonable thing to get over at this location. And then wood, which you can just get in by boxes. So the other thing that needs glass is the next tier of vehicles, which is what we want. That is next vehicle part, next vehicle part. Oh, this needs to be upgraded. This needs to be upgraded in order to even make the next vehicle part. What? Oh yeah, I can upgrade because, yeah, we know that steel is kind of lacking. But let's get the things working. I will be getting this from our glass production all the way in here in a neat way. Finally, it looks like we got a bit of coal in here. Not a lot, but you just got a bit of coal, and that's all we need. In the meantime, while just mucking about with this, I have been rerouting, so we get... Well, this should be acid coming in by truck, but it is not. I think I'll actually activate this one as well, so that if we don't have acid, we can at least do the other one as well. It's going to be less effective, but at least we have some glass being produced. It goes out here, and why does it not go any further? Well, because I have paused it, because I wanted to make sure that we could sort of see it together. I think I paused it, right? Not connected. What are you not connected to? It's not connected to what? Oh, right, it's not connected to anything. That's the... it's all of it it's not connected to. All right, so what I want to do is, for the final part, we want to make this part. So we need steel. Oh no, more steel. That's going to drain some of our things here. I could take this one and upgrade it and make it into steel, but I don't think that's worth it. This is going to use so little mechanical parts, and it also always uses iron. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a line in here. This line will be... I guess I need glass in first. Yeah, because this one, let's unpause it. You will be making the next tier items. Yes, so I'll get glass in at this location. Then I'll get steel in at this location. Hold on, it's not correct. Because of course I'm gonna get the output. And you should also just start cranking away. And then I'll get steel in on this part, going in here. And also going into the final one. You're gonna go... And that should be good. It'll of course block off, but that's when we get the next tier of this vehicle parts. It's already prepared for it. So what do we need? This is the steel parts, so let's go for the steel. And again, it's empty because nothing is coming in yet. And the other one here is the glass. And as soon as they are connected, we should start seeing things work. Upgrade. Oh, please work. And I will then get some big miners. Yeah. I think those are the most important ones to get. Especially for the coal and the iron, we need to make sure that that gets scooped up with big scoops. And they are coming in. Yay. This belt should be an upgrade. And I'll just upgrade it immediately so we can have it flow faster. Because it'll probably be taken out in big chunks from here. And then we just need this belt to just flow faster. Steel's coming in. Yes. Do we have steel problems? Well, steel's getting better. We're having now issues with getting rid of the slag. Yeah, if only we had big trucks, right? If only we had big trucks. But that's gonna happen. Look at that. Did we? We didn't get any of that yet. And this diesel will just be delivered in. I think the diesel is coming in here. So I don't think I want diesel coming in automatically in any way. I just want it. We'll just get some diesel in here. I think there's kind of a way to do this. If I was going to make a fuel deposit, then I could make the fuel deposit so that it would also be available to this. That might not be the worst idea ever. Let's think about it. Like if I did a fuel deposit, where would I like to have the fuel deposit? It could be here, easily servicing everything. And it's kind of a boring place anyway. This and a box. And a quick transfer. The lovely part is that I can just make this and yeah, and we have to be mindful that these will actually have to export some recyclables very soon. And I also have to make sure that I don't block off, you know, it just makes sense to sort of have right outside this station. It just makes sense, to me at least, that hey, we have a vehicle depot and then there's going to be a fuel stop right next to it, because of course there is. There we go, that looks great. It'll look even better if I go up, because then at least the small trucks will be able to pass through that location. Yeah, and alright, I am going to do this and we'll be getting some diesel in here. A lot of diesel and upgrade. So that'll just make sure that we get diesel in here. I mean, yes, we have the first part. We don't have a single piece of this yet. That's because we just don't have the glass coming in yet. Where is the glass? It's there. It's slow. It is upgraded to Mark II. This is upgraded to Mark II. So this is as fast as our belt can go at this moment. So we'll just... That was definitely time enough for us to do this. We will get a few trucks here, but we have such a deficit of trucks that it really just doesn't make sense at this point, I think. Actually, maybe... let's get at least one of each. Because the big ones can also be used for... Yeah, just... Basically, they'll be really, really handy for taking stuff like this one. Instead of coming up and picking up 20, then there's a lot of haulage here for the 360 to disappear. But if I come in with 60 at a time, then it'll make much more sense. Is the glass coming in? That glass is so ridiculously slow. Right, so the glass comes in, and the glass makes these parts. I guess we'll just have to just make sure that it works. The other parts that need glass will be the next science tier will require glass as well, so that's already prepared. And then all the way over here we'll have the glass rocking chairs as mentioned earlier. We get the glass in, we just want to see that the whole thing is working and getting online. And then from crafting 1 to crafting 80, I will just skip ahead on that one, obviously. Let's see. The high amount of slag is really annoying, and we're looking at it go like, you have priority 8, so it should be done. This is allowed to dump slag, yes, and it's simply because it's getting harder and harder to find places to dump things in this map. This is actually a really interesting challenge on this map, is that finding places to dump stuff is not as easy because the shoreline is only here and only here. So you kind of have to knock down some mountains in order to get access to more places to expand our city or our island. That should help. Something got picked up, and we are making the first bits of yellow ingredients here. Let's go. Here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 going in. And we already had the first 4. Yep, let's wait until we got the first truck coming out of here. And here we go. We have the first mega truck coming out. Took a while to build, but it's getting done. And as immediately we want to get the next one, that only takes 40, so it's not so bad. We want to go immediately and fire it up over at our mining location, and then we can actually take 2 of the other ones out, I think. Well, maybe 1. But at this point, I have to ask myself, how many do I actually need of these trucks? Because I do like the big ones. They will save on number of trucks because they're just more efficient. But what I think is mainly... Oh, look at that. We don't have any workers. Are we getting this upgrade? Hold on. I'm working on this upgrade. And I am absolutely sure that's one of the always problems, right? This one, I will allow it to be truck export on so that they can actually go up here and pick up the mechanical parts from this one. This is iron mechanical parts, so it's the least effective one. I don't want to steal the ones. Oh, there you go. You're stealing the mechanical parts going into here. So that's going to take a while. Unfortunately, we can't go out there. No mine control available. Yeah, that's just needs a bit of an update here. I guess it's just do that. Nothing massive in that regard. Right. But we have the first truck, and let's have a look at it once it goes down here. And it is bigger. And get some nice scoop. 1 scoop, and it's full. Nice, right? And the funny thing is now, they're actually running out of places to go. Really? Really? You should be looking more at the dirt part. You should also be... Oh, you're not even connected to anything. So I can scrap you, or I can send you somewhere else. If I just add more of these and not replace the other ones, then I'm not really winning anything. But I do have a lot of places that kind of would like to sort of get an extra one here, just because, and that would sort of be, you know, this place, just level the whole damn thing. And this part here, just level the whole damn thing. There you go, something like that, right? Might even do this part. And then we can start sort of taking any excess over to start leveling mountains. These mountains need to be leveled, for example. But that's something you can't really do with the small ones, but you can do with the bigger ones as we get there. Look at that. This is not working. Why are we not working? What is not coming in? That is the normal input. Oh, that's because someone did that. Oops. All right. Let's wait for the other truck and then see if we can get that in here. And here is the new truck. Let's follow it. Let's follow it. Let's see what kind of task it gets. I bet it's going to get something where it just picks up one item and then I'd be like, why? Why? But they can still go under. That's good. What is your first task? Please let it be oil for the... You can hear all the clicking sound. That clicking sound is the fuel station that keeps running out of fuel. So if we just head on over, please let it be fuel. Please let it pick up 60 fuel. That would be so glorious if that was... What do you want? Yeah, and don't take all of the pipes or take all of the roads. Yeah, come on. Oh, interesting. Well, rubber is also an important thing to get. Although I think maybe we have another issue that we need to deal with. Oops, this is not great. Maybe that's why we have that issue. Right. I guess this is a thing that we need to deal with, and I guess it's the fuel gas. It's the damn fuel gas. So I know what the problem is. The problem is that this part here is making oxygen that is needed to get the fuel gas converted into diesel, but it's not going to work because it is not able to sort of vent any excess here. And that is one of the things that, yeah, let's fix that and then wrap up immediately here. And let's see. I was kind of thinking it was just a trivial thing, but it wasn't actually a trivial thing. It's anything but trivial. And I will get this. Right, there will always be... always be things that are urgent. Anyway, what we're going to be doing between this end of this episode and next episode will be that I will be adding a lot of new vehicles, because this is kind of something that I just need the base to run for a bit of time, and then it'll build all the vehicles that we need. I maybe not do all of them, but I definitely need to get some vehicles going. It'll priority here, and then it'll just get, and actually that's probably not even enough. So unfortunately we need to make sure that there is a way that we can get rid of it. So what happens now is that we can start burning through all the fuel gas. We can burn through all the fuel gas. Everything kicks back online. Some of these will take a bit longer time to get back online. This one was where we burned through the excess heavy oil that we had at the start of the episode. So since we don't have that anymore, then let's get that out as well. So we clean up our build. Okay, so now we learned another important thing here. Oh, look at them. They are so hungry for fuel. Don't worry. You'll get your fuel soon enough. Soon enough. Right. That was a small problem, and also a big problem, but a small fix. So we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I will be just so that what we are aware of, what we're going to do next time. We built this glass now. We have steel, we have oil, we have sour water. We have a lot of industry going. Now it's time to focus on our population. So we're going to be expanding our population. We're going to be dealing with sewer water. We're going to be dealing with new and more interesting kinds of food, because our industry is pretty stable right now at a good tech level. So let's focus on our population and sewage water as well, because here this water pollution is starting to get up here, and I'd rather want to get rid of that. So with that, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, be sure to hit the like button. That helps a lot with the visibility here on the channel. And of course, if you want to see more, then I'm also streaming it on Twitch. That is Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, and it's much later in the game, so it's much more complicated. So if you want to see more, then that is where to come by. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care, and as always, stay effective.